Hey, what's up guys? LightningEagle14 here, soaring back into everyday life with another video. And this video is going to be a little bit different. You can tell we're not in our usual place of filming, and also usually I don't have a cat on my lap, but anyways, so in this video we're going to be talking about why I Nerf, and this video might get a little long and rambly, but hopefully I can keep it not too terribly long. So this video, like I said before, is going to be about why I Nerf. So the main reason that I do nerfing, and by nerfing I mean either playing with Nerf guns, modding Nerf guns, using Nerf guns, just basically being in the Nerf hobby. And that, as some people on the Reddit like to put it, includes the warriors, modders, and collectors. And I would include a third group. Well, nah, I guess I don't need a third group, but anyways, I guess I would fall into more of the warriors group, because I don't really collect and I don't mod as much either. Now, the main reason I do Nerf as a hobby is that it is a very fun hobby. There's really nothing like, there's really not anything that comes close to being as enjoyable as being able to just looks like we're getting a little stormy weather out here, as being getting as close to being able to just shoot your friends and run around the yard with toy guns that shoot foam projectiles. It's just a blast, and that is really the main reason that I do Nerf, is because it is so much fun. Now, that being the main reason, there are also some secondary reasons which we will get into. Some other secondary reasons that I can think of is just the sheer amount of creativity that can go into the Nerf hobby. You can rest assured that if you wanted to make something, you probably could make something, because Nerf is just basically a realm, just the whole modding of Nerf and integration and that sort of thing. It's a realm of infinite possibilities, and really, if you wanted to do if you wanted to make a manta'd long shot, you totally could. It would be difficult, but you could. And that's one of the reasons that I like doing Nerf as a hobby, is seeing the sheer amount of creativity and ingenuity that people put into this hobby. Whether it be building custom, completely 3D printed homemades, or fabricating homemades, or just creating crazy integrations with blasters, and the crazy performance mods that people do, like the people that have select fire, full auto, and semi-auto, and controllable fire rate Nerf blasters like the FDL2. Those things are just insane. Like, tell me another hobby, if you can think of one, where you can do that sort of level of creativity and just variability with your blasters. So obviously the main counter hobbies to Nerf are usually come up are airsoft and paintball. Now, the reasons that I prefer Nerf over airsoft and paintball, I can't say I've ever done paintball or airsoft, so my opinion may be a little bit biased, but the main reason being that one, the ammo is reusable. That's one reason. Another reason being that it's a lot more safe. Safe in quotation marks, because when you get into the more crazy homemade blasters and that sort of thing, it gets decidedly less safe. But yeah, you don't really have to worry about getting hurt nearly as much with, say, Nerf as opposed to airsoft, casual Nerf in general anyways. And same thing with paintball. It generally is a lot less painful, is what I'm trying to say. And it's also a lot better for younger children as well, meaning that people of all ages can enjoy Nerf, as opposed to the other hobbies that I mentioned, airsoft and paintball. Nerf is really just a hobby that appeals to people of all ages, because you can have people from, say, your neighbor's 2-year-old daughter who plays with a fire strike, to Crazy Joe, the other neighbor, who has his snap bow and runs around at NIC events with blasters that shoot upwards of 250 FPS. So there's a lot of variability and, I guess, degree of intensity with which you can play Nerf. So that's another reason that I like it as well, is that if you want to just have fun plinking around with Nerf blasters around your home, that's one way of doing Nerf. And if you want to be that guy who has the tactical operator rapid strike that's completely overhauled, runs off a lipo with honey badger pusher, and runs around with enough magazines to feed in it with enough magazines to support an entire squad, and just runs around just completely mowing people down with waves of foam, I mean, you can do that as well. There's a lot of levels of intensity with which you can do the hobby. So that is another good thing about it. It really can appeal to people of all interests, or people of all ages, and also people of all, what's the word I'm looking for, I guess. I mean, you can get into Nerf as far as you really want. So that's another reason. I like to think that I'm more on the lower end of the spectrum, because I don't mod a whole lot, and I don't go to many Nerf events because there aren't many in my area. I am looking into starting some up. Maybe that will happen eventually. I need to talk to a lawyer and get a waiver worked out, but we will see how that goes. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yes, the degrees of difficulty with which, or intensity with which you can do the hobby. So yeah, that's one of the things I really like about Nerf. Another thing that I really like about Nerf is the community, because I like to believe that Nerf has one of the best and most friendly, most welcoming in general, not everybody, but most people who do Nerf are really just, a lot of them are really nice people. And they really do care about the hobby, and they care about bringing other people into the hobby, and they care about sharing their hobby with other people. And it's really, in general, it's really a great bunch of people that I see in the community. I don't know a whole lot of them personally, but from what I see of them, and the things that I hear about them, they seem like very, very nice people. And that's one of the things that I really like about the hobby, is the community that's based around the hobby. Not just the hobby itself, but the people who play the hobby. The people who come to games, the people who make videos about it. That means me, other YouTubers, the people who just want to help other people into the hobby. So yeah, and you can also, besides going back to the intensity level, you can also have the level of intensity of not just like being completely into it and modding and being super concerned with performance and being like super kind of almost obsessed with the performance, the aesthetics, and that sort of thing. You can also do the level of competitiveness in Nerfs. Like I said, you can just be the person who like has a couple wars with their friends. That's usually me. Occasionally have some friends and shoot at each other with a few rules in place. Or you can do what Jangular is trying to do, and have a really competitive side to it, where you have teams with rosters with very specific rule sets, and it gets very, very competitive. And that's another way of playing the hobby, is either very competitively, or you can also do it very casually. So that is another way of doing it well. So in general, another one of the main reasons is just the variability and the way it appeals to all different people is one of the reasons why I like this hobby. I think I'm starting to run out of reasons. I believe I've covered most of my main points. I'm trying to think if I had any other ones. My cat here is getting anxious because we're having thunderstorms, I believe, and we're getting some thunder. Fluffy doesn't really like that, I don't think. And I'm starting to repeat myself. I think I've run out of reasons for this video in general. It's kind of a long and rambly video, but I do believe I've covered most of the main points that I wanted to cover for this video. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to end it now before it gets super long and rambly and I just end up repeating myself even more than I already have. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I don't want it to get super long, and I'm just going to end it now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please let me know in the comments section below, and also in the comments section below, please tell me why you Nerf. Let me know why you are in the hobby and what keeps you doing and being in the Nerf hobby. Is it the modding? Is it the collecting, the wars, the community? Just the general overall fun of it all. Let me know in the comments section below. Would love to hear your opinions on the topic. And that's going to do it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.